Hello and welcome to The Reporter. The Reporter is a news and current affairs program that goes beyond the headlines, bringing reporters from the field to give first-hand accounts and in-depth analysis of unfolding issues, correspondents' perspectives, ensuring balanced, credible and comprehensive storytelling. Welcome once again to this week's edition. I am Anieti. Let's quickly take the dive. Benue State, the Nigerian Navy says it will continue to develop strategies to combat security threats such as maritime piracy, insurgency, and other criminal activities along the country's waterways. Chief of Naval Staff reiterated during an operational familiarization visit to the newly established headquarters Special Operations Command in Makurdi. Benue State's correspondent Felicity Ndere tells us more. The Chief of Naval Staff, Vice Admiral Idi Abbas, was received at the flight line of the Tactical Air Command, Makurdi, by Benue State Deputy Governor Dr. Sam Ode and heads of security formations. The Naval Chief then proceeded to the headquarters of the Special Operations Command, where he was briefed on the status of work and conducted and on-the-spot assessments of progress. Vice Admiral Abbas reaffirmed the Navy's commitment to collaborating with other security agencies and stakeholders in addressing security challenges across the Middle Belt region and the country at large.
This is our newest command and is a very critical and strategic command that I feel should be up and running by now. Though it's young, but it's very critical to our operations, so that's why I chose to come here first. But I believe whatever we're doing is supposed to be a whole of society approach. As you can see, I have my other colleagues from other services and security agencies. As you are aware, I think our production has increased, so we want to take that higher, the number of barrels that have been produced to a higher number. And I think with the use of this technology, we can achieve that.
Deputy Governor Dr. Sam Ode commended the Nigerian Navy for establishing the Special Operations Command, noting that the initiative will enhance the security of Benue's waterways and promote economic development.
Now the Nigerian Navy is consolidating her hold on the territory of Benue, because we need to give the armed forces and the paramilitary the needed encouragement and support so that they can tackle the issue of insecurity, not only in Benue, but across the country.
The visit to Makurdi marks the Chief of Naval Staff's first operational tour to any naval base in the country since his appointment. And joining us now is our correspondent from Benue State, Felicity Ndere, to give us more updates on that particular report. Felicity, it's good to have you. How have you been?
Good evening, Anita.
All right, great one. Let's quickly jump at this. How effective do you think the Nigeria's Navy's new Special Operations Command will be in tackling piracy and other maritime crimes across Nigeria's waterways?
Okay, the state is a critical and strategic command. It's one of the kind in Benue State.
Felicity, are you with me?
So between the headers and farmers. Yes, I'm with you.
Please go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead. I can.
Yes. Yes. Most of the crimes that happen between the farmers and the headers, they used to come through the waters.
Yeah.
With the not being there in the front ground and with the development that is ongoing, we believe that they will be able to curb the crimes that come through the water. Those people that come through water to come and attack farmers, they will be able to solve the problem.
Okay, so in what ways can stronger collaboration between the Navy and other security agencies improve the safety and economic activities in regions like Benue? Like you said, they come through the waterways.
Okay, so the Mayor was confirmed yesterday, other security chiefs were with him, and that shows that they are already connected, they are already on ground. He said they are in collaboration to be able to curb the crimes that happen around the water area. Like when they were at that particular space where the command is being set down, you will notice that most of the farmer headers branches is around that community. And now, with that being settled there, we now have the naval base, we have the airport, and all of them are around the same area. We believe that it's going to be more mild.
Okay, so it's going to be more mild, and it will also help curb the issue of this insecurity around the state. Okay, well, thank you so much, Felicity, for that update. We look forward to seeing more collaborations between the security operatives to see how Benue residents can feel better going around their farms. Thank you so much, Felicity. Well, let's quickly move away and tell you other stories happening. The Coordinating Minister of Health and Social Welfare, Professor Mohammed Ali Pate, has reaffirmed commitment to strengthen healthcare system in the country, which will be achieved by advancing localization agenda of the health sector. The minister stated this when he declared open the Joint Annual Review 2025 here in Abuja. Our health correspondent, Zarau Nasir, reports.
The Joint Annual Review brought together stakeholders in the health sector, medical experts, and professionals with development partners, traditional and religious leaders who gathered to discuss progresses, share experiences, and analyze shortcomings to strengthen Nigeria's health system. The Coordinating Minister of Health and Social Welfare, Professor Mohammed Ali Pate, says the Joint Annual Review provides platform for health sector stakeholders to access health and provide solutions in reshaping health care delivery across the nation.
Bringing Nigeria's health sector to life captures both our collective aspiration and our shared responsibility. The All Hands, One Mission theme emphasizes our unity of purpose across all stakeholders: government, national, federal, states, local government partners, private sector, communities, civil society organizations, and our citizens, and the strengthening of our collaboration in that effort. In a mixed health system such as ours,
the Chairman Health Sector Coalition, Dr. Muhammad Lekki, says stakeholders should not only be celebrating budget increases in health sector, but should be able to find a way to get Ministry of Finance to release funds to the health sector and make utilization.
We must find creative ways, work with the civil society organization, to get the Federal Ministry of Finance, thank you, Honourable Minister of Finance, welcome here, to get the Federal Ministry of Finance to release funds to to the health sector as appropriated. We must not be celebrating increases in budget on papers alone, but releases and utilization.
The event under the theme All Hands One Mission was attended by the Ministers of Finance, Budget, representatives of the Nigeria's Governors Forum, and also the country director of the World Bank, among other dignitaries. Zahra Unasser, reporting for Global TV News.
And joining us now is our health correspondent, Zara Nasir, to give us more on that report that went down today. Hello, Zara. It's good to have you on the program, The Reporter. How are you doing?
Hello.
Zara, can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, Zara, let's quickly jump into this conversation that happened at the Ministry today of Health, with the federal government reaffirming its commitment to strengthen Nigeria's healthcare system. What key reforms do you think are most urgently needed to make quality healthcare accessible to all Nigerians?
Well, you know, as I just tell you, the event. Are you together with me?
Zara, please go ahead. How is accessible to all Nigerians? How can quality healthcare be made accessible to all Nigerians with what went down today?
Well, as the minister reaffirmed its hello?
Zara, can you just get straight to it? I'm asking, you were at the event today and
I'm not hearing you.
Can you hear me now? Zara, can you hear me? Okay, while we're trying to see how Zara can connect to that, if she can hear me loud and clear. Zara, was asking, you were at the event today and the minister made his reaffirmed his commitment to...
I can hear you now.
Okay, so please, I'm asking, with the federal government reaffirming its commitment to strengthen Nigeria's healthcare system, what key reforms do you think are most urgently needed to make quality healthcare accessible to all Nigerians?
Okay, let me start by explaining about what the event is all about.
Okay.
It's a annual review conference that brought about together various stakeholders in the health sector to discuss various achievements and progresses recorded in the previous years, and also acknowledge failures. So, hello.
Zara, please, can you go ahead?
Hello. And like I was telling you, the chairman of the health sector coalition, that is Muhammad Leki, emphasized that people should not be celebrating only increase in budget in the health budget, but they should be looking at a way of making the Ministry of Finance to release funds to the health sector, not just celebrating the budget, the increase in the budget. So, and the minister also, in that same program, he was able to explain that there are many events in the year which include hello.
Okay, so while you're trying to, I get your direction. Now you're saying they should celebrate more of the funding that comes in, and that will give access to more Nigerians to healthcare. But let's move away from that. Despite increased health budget, like you mentioned, where the people Nigerians are always celebrating, stakeholders say fund release and utilization remain a major challenge. How can governments and partners ensure that healthcare funds truly reach the facilities and communities that need them the most? Hello, Zara? Well, I think we're having a lot of network glitches there with Zara. Let's turn our focus to Kano State. The board chairman of the Federal Airport Authority of Nigeria, FAN, Dr. Abdullahi Umar Ganduje, has reaffirmed his commitment to upgrading facilities at the Malam Aminu Kano International Airport to meet global standards. During a working visit, he emphasized improving African routes interconnectivity through Nigeria. Global TV correspondent from Kano, Idris Jibri, tells us more.
It was a high-level arrival at the VIP wing of the Malam Aminu Kano International Airport as FAN board chairman Abdullahi Ganduje touched down for a one-day working visit. He was accompanied by the managing director of FAN, Olubunmi Kuku, and other senior board members. The visit aims to inspect key facilities across the airport and access areas needing urgent intervention.
We are here in order to listen to the progress and also in particular to examine some of the vital issues pertaining to the operation of an international airport like this. There's no doubt we are very much concerned with the infrastructures, especially uncompleted ones.
Ganduje expressed concern over several abandoned projects that have lingered for over a decade.
Another issue is of uncompleted infrastructure facilities, especially the runway, the other old runway which is being under renovation, but it has been abandoned. And also the issue of facilities, especially firefighting equipment, which is absolutely necessary for the safety of the environment and also for the safety of the aircrafts. That one too, we need to look into it.
The FAN managing director Olubunmi Kuku also emphasized urgency in the completion of ongoing works, directing contractors to finish within 2 weeks.
We're going back to the drawing board, reviewing those projects in collaboration with the federal government. We have identified a few critical projects that we need to push efficiently and make sure that we can bring those to completion. But at the Federal Airport Authority of Nigeria, our core mandate is really to focus on safety as well as the passenger experience.
With renewed commitment from the FAN leadership, the Malam Aminu Kano International Airport may soon witness a transformation aimed at enhancing passenger experience and regional connectivity. From Kano, Idris Jibrin, Global Television News.
And joining us now is our correspondent, Idris Jibrin, to give us more on the report that went down there. Hello, Idris. It's good to have you join me on the reporter.
Thank you very much.
Well, it's a lot happening in Kano. Apparently, I grew up in Kano, and I know what that airport looks like as a child getting there. And it's actually interesting to see new upgrade coming to Kano Airport. Do you think the planned upgrades at the Malam Aminu Kano International Airport will significantly improve air travel and regional connectivity in northern Nigeria?
Yes, actually, beyond that, this is the first official visit by the board chairman since his appointment, and the main idea is to assess the level of infrastructural development and examine areas that need improvement. And like you said, the main focus now here is trying to see how Nigeria can improve regional connectivity, that's through Africa,
yes,
apart from infrastructure. But the chairman was very particular about improving infrastructure first, because if you don't have infrastructure, there is no way you can do that. So he was very particular, even though he sees some of the projects, those that are ongoing, those that are completed, and those that were abandoned. And he was very concerned about projects that were abandoned for almost 10 years, where he assured that the President Tinubu administration will do all it takes in order to see that these projects were completed, not just in Malam Aminu Kano International Airport, but across the Nigerian airport.
Well, with abandoned project lingering for over a decade, how important is it for FAN to ensure timely completion of airport infrastructure upgrades?
Well, like he says, those projects that were abandoned includes fire station, water station. So they are not infrastructures that will actually hinder operations.
Okay.
But there are those that can hinder operations. So those that are going to hinder operations, some of those projects are ongoing. Some of them have even been completed, like the old domestic terminal. The reconstruction of the old domestic terminal is almost 95% completion. And very soon that project is going to be commissioned.
All right. I would love to take so much from you, but thank you so much, Idris. Always a pleasure talking to you. We need to go on because of our time. Thank you, Idris. We look forward to more conversation. Let's move on to the foreign scene. On the foreign scene, a major cleanup is underway in South Africa's economic capital, Johannesburg, as it gets ready to host the G20 summit on November 22nd and 23rd, with leaders of the world attending. The makeover is getting reactions from the residents of the sprawling city dealing with what has been called crumbling infrastructures and chronic mismanagement. Foreign Affairs correspondent Uyi Agumofebe takes it from here.
When G20 leaders touch down in Johannesburg this month, they will be greeted by a city scrubbed, patched and polished, all parts of a last-minute summit gloss thrown over years of neglect. The urban sprawl of almost 6 million people is home to Africa's richest square mile. In recent years, however, it has sunk into disrepair with open sewers, potholed roads, and crowded shacks of corrugated iron lining its fraying edges. Against this backdrop, these South Africans have deep-seated reservations about the exercise.
We don't even worry about this G20. We know it's very important, they must come, but we are worried about after. What is going to be happening after? They cannot even fix Mandela Bridge.
Mayor of Johannesburg, Dada Moreno, believes the cleanup initiative is long overdue, calling for support to ensure its success.
Today I stand before you with a simple but urgent message that the time to restore Johannesburg's glory has arrived, and we are doing it together. For years our city has carried the weight of urban decay, service delivery backlogs and eroded public trust. But Johannesburg is too important.
President Cyril Ramaphosa, dismayed by the decay, had called the city's state not pleasing and ordered a cleanup to spare Africa's industry powerhouse global embarrassment. Uyi Agumofwebe reporting for Global TV News.
Joining me this time around live in the studio is our Foreign Affairs correspondent, Uyi Agumofwebe. I always call him Prof because it's always a delight talking to him. Uyi, it's good to have you.
It's always a pleasure.
How's they been?
Been good, good.
Well, let's quickly get this. There's a whole lot happening, and do you think the last-minute city makeovers for global events like Johannesburg's G20 cleanup generally address the long-standing urban problems, or just create a temporary face-off or face upgrade for that?
Naturally, that's what those who are resident in the city would expect. But of course, even the president himself, Cyril Ramaphosa, has admitted that much, that the city is a mess and it's embarrassing. So residents in Johannesburg are now believing that this ordinarily should be an opportunity, right, to clean up the city, fix the, if you like, the entire sanitation related issues that the city has been dealing with, right? Because Johannesburg is incidentally, if you like, the first port of call when you mention South Africa. So you can't have a city like that becoming an eyesore. So the question that people in Johannesburg, or Joburg as they call it, are now asking is this just about the visitors who are coming for this event, like a one-off kind of move? Or are we going to see this effort sustained beyond the G20? And let's be clear too, South Africa is the current president, as it were, all right? They hold the presidency of the G20 right now, which of course America has said they are not attending. So once they are done with this event, South Africa now hands over of course, Africa as a whole hands over. So what that means is for South Africans, they are asking, are we just being hypocritical, or are we sincerely addressing the city problems that we have in Johannesburg?
You know, the thing is, it's really interesting because if you go across major city centers, you always have all of that issue of cleanup. But I'm happy that this about should the government prioritize fixing infrastructure for residents, residents' daily lives over impressing international visitors? That's one question people, because like I said, city centers always having, like for instance, Abuja here, we have some suburbs which are close to the city center that have all of these things. But should that be a priority in terms of interest for the government?
Again, sincerity of purpose. I mean, if you listen to the soundbites, you would hear one of the guys in Johannesburg saying that even Mandela Bridge, Nelson Mandela Bridge, has not been fixed. So that's already a pointer to how much of, if you like, dilapidation that the city has seen. But like you asked, should this be about visitors, I mean, tourists and those who are coming for this event, or should it be government taking responsibility to say, look, we've got to fix our cities for ourselves before anything else? So for South Africans, and in particular those in Johannesburg, I think this is a wake-up call. All
right, thank you so much, Uyi. Always a pleasure. Well, time is now a friend. How do we do this? Thank you so much for being a part of The Reporter. We look forward to having you next time when we have you. Thank you so much. I remain Annie T. Patrick. Have a lovely day ahead of you.